Hi guys, here with my trusty Monster, which this is the first generation Monster I've had. Early part of the year, 2017. I have almost 700 miles on it. Love the wheel, but today I'm going to add a seat to it as an experiment. Now I've got some riding buddies out here who use the Gotway seats. I see other people use them. People who ride the Monsters with the seat really enjoy them, so I thought it's time for me to join the club. But I'm not going to use the Gotway seat. I saw a post from Christoph Willems on Facebook last week, and he put a bicycle seat on the handle here, and he has the Gotway seat, but he swears by the bicycle seat. Says it's much more comfortable, and of course it's cheaper. So I thought, what the heck, experiment. So the seat I'm going to use, I bought from Amazon. It was about 15 bucks. It looked like the best for this application because it just has these two supports that I'll be able to use the hose clamp to attach it to the handle. That was instead of the cable ties that Christoph used. And then he used hot glue, I think, as a buffer, or maybe because he only had nylon cable ties. It's not that strong. I'm going to use this insulation, pipe insulation, water pipe insulation you can buy. I bought this at Home Depot. They sell two types. They're usually 8-foot lengths. There's a foam type and a rubber type. This is the rubber type, which should really stand up much better than the foam, which I think would be torn to pieces after a while. 8-foot section of this cost about $7-8 bucks, and obviously I have enough to last quite a long time if it doesn't wear well. And I'm only going to take a little piece about this much, and yeah, we'll see how this works. Okay, so I cut a small section, I don't know, maybe 5 inches long. I'm just winging it here. These have little adhesive strips. By the way, you guys who want to pad up your wheels, this is a cheap alternative to buying that other stuff. Again, it's rubber, it's dense. I actually used this on my ACM when I was learning to protect it. Not sure. Well, actually, adhesive's pretty good, at least for keeping it in place while I attach the seat. This should go pretty quick. I'm going to attach it as far back as I can to be able to get both hose clamps on. I tell you, this is looking good. It just has a good feel about it, like it's really solid. I think this rubber is serving its purpose. It's protecting the plastic handle from the hose clamp. can really crank down on this. Yeah, it's more solid now. I think that's it. Once I see how this works, I'll probably maybe just tape this down, but I think that's enough for me to see if it's going to work. Okay, I just got back from a little test riding. This is working. It's really cool. It's a little bit of modification. This foam really compresses, which I think is good, but it compresses so much that I'm going to put another layer, because right here, as you're sitting on it, it's hitting this plastic, so I don't think that's good long term. So I'm going to cut another piece, 2 layers, and do it again. But so far, this is a winner, and it doesn't take too long to get adjusted to sitting in this thing. Now I'm going to take it for about a 20-mile ride and see how comfy it is. Okay, so you can kind of see how this got torn up just from the pressure of the clamps. But again, the foam, I mean, it's still holding up fairly well, and I have enough foam to last quite a while. So I'm just going to put another piece, and I'm going to make this one longer. Just go like that. Yeah, it's great with the hose clamps. And this foam, this rubber, it's really going to be really easy to adjust this as necessary. For now, I'm going to put some electrical tape over the ends of the hose clamp. Okay guys, I think this is a winner. There's definitely some refinement to be done here. I think there's room for another hose clamp up front, and with all this rubber, there's a lot of room for just wiggle room, you know, so it doesn't have to be a perfect fit. But yeah, I think one more clamp, and I might experiment with different seats. I'm going to go for about 20, 25 mile ride, probably not all seated, but I'm going to test this out quite a bit. Yeah, it's cool. It's definitely a different perspective sitting on this wheel. In a way, I kind of like starting and standing, but I'll just show you both. I've only done this a few times so far. Stopping, it's kind of fun though. Just put your foot down. You definitely do not feel like I have the stopping ability that you do when you're standing up, which I think kind of makes sense if you think about it. But yeah, that's starting, stopping. See if I can have enough room to demonstrate the other way. I'm going to move the camera so you can get a better, longer range view here. So I want to add that the seat, this doesn't really get in the way too much of picking up the wheel. When I pick up the wheel, I usually do it like this. So most of the weight's being picked up by this arm, and this is more balanced. So in that way, the seat and the clamps really don't get in the way. And also when riding standing, the seat absolutely does not get in the way. Let me do it just a little bit of riding for you. Definitely going to take a while to get turning down, tight turns. Let me demonstrate transitions. All right, I think that's it. I think this is if you have a Monster and you don't have the seat and you want to give it a go, probably 25 bucks worth of materials, and you can start experimenting. It's worthwhile. All right, I'm going off for a ride. Talk to you later, guys. Well, just got back from about a 19-mile ride, hour and a half thereabouts, and yeah, so I learned something about this seat, and I'm bringing it to the workshop, and I'll show you what I found. All right, well, this is the condition after riding about 19 miles. Actually was sitting on the seat maybe 7 miles, just because it turned out not to be too comfortable. But yeah, this is definitely not good. It's just too soft. I'm going to actually have some of this other the foam type pipe insulation, and so I'm going to try putting that on, just give it a little spin and kind of get a sense for whether this will not tear. It'll hold up better, because I could definitely tell that this was, touching the plastic on the case, and you'd hear the case creaking. I don't think it was good for it, and just because this is so soft, this ended up moving around too much. So I'm going to continue to experiment. I'm definitely going to get a new seat, because this one is, although it's has a bit of a cushion, it's still too hard. I'm going to try, and Christoph, he had a thick seat, so I'm going to look for another one. Hopefully I can find a thick seat that just has these two bars again. Oh, and also, this is kind of, I think I positioned it farther back like this, and when I would sit down, I could only go maybe 10 miles an hour without having to squeeze the shell with my legs, and that kind of defeats the purpose. And if I slid it up like this, actually, and would sit down, I could actually go about 20 miles an hour fairly comfortably. But again, the seat was just moving around too much. So conceptually, I think this is a great solution. I just need to find a better seat. So I'd still encourage you to pursue this if you want to experiment with seating. And I'll post another video when I get a new seat and finish experimenting with this to see how it goes. But it's encouraging, and it is definitely a different experience riding seated. But it'll take a while of riding before I can feel totally comfortable in the seated position. All right, guys, talk to you later.